Scorpio, welcome to a general overview. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Before we get started today, I wanted to take a moment to showcase our collective shirt. I made a Game of Thrones inspired t-shirt for all 12 zodiac signs, and this is the one I made for us, House Scorpio. And the motto is, "Death is my kin, shadows I fear not." I had fun creating all these and more. There are many collective t-shirts I made for all 12 zodiacs, as well as some fun channel stuff. I hope you check it out. Hopefully you can see it underneath this video message, the actual merchandise itself. It depends on what device you're using and the YouTube app and all that stuff. So even if you don't see this particular one underneath the video today, everything that you want to find in terms of Sassy Scorpion merch will be linked off in the comments below, pinned at the very top of the comments if you want to check it out. Just as a reminder, all your donations as well as your merch purchases, they support me, they support this channel, and they help me keep ads low on YouTube. I appreciate you. Just wanted to take a moment to show you that. And this is the only one I bought sample-wise. I have a sample of all the shirts. This is the only one I bought in athletic style because I go to the gym a lot. So, ladies, let me tell you something right now, okay? If you're interested in getting extra attention at the gym or elsewhere, buy you one of these, because for some reason I don't know why, but when I wear this one, I always get extra attention, particularly at the gym. And I go to the gym to be at the gym, honey. I'm disciplined, I'm focused. I like exercise. I'm not thinking like that. That's not where my headspace is, right? But let me tell you, when I put this one on, I get the attention, all right? And I'm doing my thing. And it starts the same way every time. So again, if you're a lady and you're looking for that extra attention, this is what you do. You're going to buy one of these. You're just going to wear it and see what happens. Because for me, it's not on one hand. I need a couple of hands to tell you. I tell you what, it starts out like this every single time. You're a Scorpio, eh? I like Scorpios. Do you? Do you really, though? How nice. Now, I'm mean. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little mean. I tend to shut things down very quickly. Because again, that's not my headspace. I'm not looking for that. I go to the gym a lot. I love a dim tea. I love Scorpio. Put those two together, right? But I tend to shut it down very quickly. It can be abrupt. How interesting. And then they'll always tell me, this is my sign. What do you think? Are we compatible? No. Not at all. Never heard of that. Never heard of that before. Never will. It will never succeed. Bye. I'm so mean. But you know, it is. I have to adapt to the situation and circumstance. That's what's up. That's what's up, you know? Don't put me in that position, honey. I'm dripping sweat. I'm lifting weights. Look at that. Yeah. Takes me a while to develop the arms. And then that happens. So again, ladies, you looking? There you go. This is your shirt, apparently. What's going on? Number 43. Rest, renew, recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? Some of you have gone into your classic Scorpio withdrawal positions, that you need to rest, you need to renew, and you need to recharge. R&R time, Four Swords time, personal time, downtime. Some of you need to get into that space. And this is where Scorpio classically withdraws, is when we feel our energy in our mind or our body is overtaxed. We often go through a withdrawal period. In other words, we go from open to closed. That sign flips. Open, closed. So many of you have just flipped your signs over to we're closed. We're not taking customers at this time. You need to relax, you need to chill, you need to go into your withdrawal space. And then also, by the way, 43 for some of you might be a significant number. 4 and 3 obviously reduces to 7, Leo energy. And then also upcoming summertime might be important for some of you. But that aside, it's time to rest and renew and recharge. You need to take care of you, go into your withdrawal space. And like I said, what do you need to focus on about you right now, particularly as it comes to your physical, mental, or emotional health? Okay, what's going on, please, for Scorpio? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Scorpio collective energy. Show me. What's going on for Scorpio, please? What's going on for Scorpio, please? What's going on, please, for the Scorpio collective? The general overviews, by the way, are meant to be a concentration of the self, your internal and external energies. If I see someone outside of you, I will make note of it, but please know the core concentration is meant to be about you and what you're experiencing. And we need a break, honey. We need a break from all the love energies. Okay. We need a break. Yeah, that's my version of that. Show me what I need to see, please, for the Scorpio Collective. What's going on for Scorpio, please? King of Cups, that's you. Two of Wands. King of Pentacles. Okay. So this is either you, and you're showing me very strong aspects of your personality, that you're both emotionally full, big heart, as well as someone who prizes stability, resourcefulness, head of household energy. Okay. Stability, water, stability, big heart, stability, resourcefulness, and I am me. I live through love. Okay, these could be both you, absolutely. And the Two of Wands, I have every reason to believe those are both sides of you. All right, that you're aware of, of both of those sides of you, which is beautiful. Now, this could be, of course, someone who's connected to you or outside of you. Let's keep going. It's too early to make that call. Knights of Wands, Two of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Here's something. I'm seeing some duality here. I got king for king and knight for knight. Now I'm starting to honey, I just got done explaining to you. I just got done explaining to you what this reading type was supposed to be about. It's all about you. Okay, what's going on with you on the inside? Maybe a little bit on the outside, but what's going on her? Now you're showing me two at the same time at the same space. And then let's go ahead and add some confusion to that. 2 and 2 on the middle. It's like literally a division either of your energy, which is highly dualistic, okay? Or you're literally dealing with somebody who is by all rights your equal. And that you both feel propelled to take action towards each other, and that you both feel propelled to have energy towards each other, to move on it, to do something with it. But there's confusion and indecision between those two concepts, between these two people. What? Future, 8 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, working through it, Justice. There was a time here where you could not see for yourself what was right for you, and you are literally turning that around. This is finally, I'm seeing some individualized energy for you in that sense of 8 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Justice. Look, there are times when I blinded myself and I was confused and I said I didn't know how to act and I didn't know what to do. Those times are over. I'm working through it. I refuse to impose blindness. I will not be self-imposed, and I will not tell myself I can't handle it. Yes, I can. I can work through it, and I'm not going to put it away on a shelf and act like whatever this is doesn't exist or doesn't matter. I'm going to work through it, pentacle through fucking pentacle. I'm going to work through these thoughts, and I'm not going to get overwhelmed by them. I'm going to have conclusions. I will make conclusions. I will not live in confusion. You're saying I don't want to live in confusion. I've had enough of that already. So there is a heavy amounts of decision making and the inability to make decisions. What's looking more and more to me like something between two people. Again, I'm not trying to do yours and theirs today. So you are either highly dualistic, Scorpio, in which you have two very strong sides to you, that sometimes it's hard for you to incorporate common ground in between your two parts. In other words, integrate your higher selves. Very complex, very vague. Or you're straight up dealing with someone who's having a very similar process to you, and you two are reflecting back on each other, mirroring each other, that kind of thing. That's what I'm leaning towards at this time. The only thing I can see you arriving towards in the conclusion is that you refuse to be confused. You're sick of it. I'm going to start making decisions for myself, and I will find out later if they were right. All I can do for right now is work through my own shit in a way that feels like it's correct for me. I'm responsible for balancing me. I'm responsible for balancing my sense of work and my sense of self-worth and what it is I can put out there. And I hate this confusing shit. If I don't have answers, by God, I'm going to make those fucking answers. And I'm going to make those answers in accordance to what literally feels right by me. Okay? It's kind of like, I'm done overthinking this. I'm done overthinking this. If I have to constantly be in a position where I'm overthinking, I'm looking at a Scorpio who's like, I'm sick of that. It's non-productive. I can't have that. I got to start working through this. What I arrive to is what I arrive to, and I'll accept the answer for what it is. But I have to do what's right for me. Justice, what's balanced in my energy. Okay, I got you. So I see you tediously, but with productivity. working through a mental entanglement that's been with you for a while. Okay? Okay. I was like, let's just take that. Let's just take that conclusion. I wasn't trying to see you all tangled up with somebody today. And you don't either. That's your point. You're tired of being tangled up to somebody in a way that doesn't make sense. So it's like, if I don't have answers, by God, I'm going to make some, you know? Which is very us. It's very much our spirit. It's like, I don't like being confused. So if you put me in a position to find answers, I'm going to find the answers that are right for me, not necessarily you. That's what you're telling me. And that's the way it should be. Because there are two people here. It's looking like two people. Honey, I was just trying to see your general overview. Okay. We'll see. Show me that King of Cups, please. Excuse me. Show me that King of Cups. 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 Show me that King of Cups, please. Show me that King of Cups. Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups. I see you in the relative past balancing up in a way that was practical, small, Page of Wands, but it felt right. It felt right, right? King of Cups, this is very self-claiming love energy. I know who I am. I know how big I can love. I know how big my heart is. And your heart says, I can make space for this. It seems small, but you were willing to put some effort into it. And you also got it back, the Six of Pentacles. And it was, or what felt like, balanced, at least in your eyes, or at least I should say in your heart. It felt balanced. It did. It might have been small, but it felt good. It felt right. I see you balancing with somebody fairly regularly, at least you did in the past. And there was love here. It may not have been overwhelming, particularly in that connectivity, but that didn't make the feeling, at least on your part, any less genuine. Okay? Your heart was very much in this. It doesn't matter how much you want to qualify it or quantify it, more to the point. It's like quantity didn't come into play. It's like, I feel what I feel, and this feels right. Okay? All right. There is a Two of Wands in between these two people. I'm going to jump over here to this King of Pentacles. And I want to see the decision, if there is one, between you two. Show me this King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. Show me that King of Pentacles, please. Show me that King of Pentacles. The Magician, the Two of Swords, there's that confusion. Somebody really wanted to manifest something with you. They were pulling your energy outside of them. Okay, they were trying to pull you towards them, but there was confusion about how to do it. They desired it very much so with the Magician here in the Ace of Wands. That's a very strong sense of interest, passion, curiosity, heat, intensity, ambition, drive, all that lovely good stuff that we associate with the Ace of Wands. Okay? But the thing is I don't know how. Two of Swords. Or they were telling themselves, I don't know that I'm doing this or that I'm not doing this. Okay? So this person has the ability to attract. That we know. And they were trying to attract you. They were willfully pulling you in energetically, even if they couldn't see it, Two of Swords, in their mind accurately. In other words, I don't know that I'm necessarily doing that. I don't know that I believe that, Christina. I don't know that I was actually trying to pull Scorpio in, and that's the benefit of wearing a blindfold, even while we're putting out really strong energy towards someone. I don't know that I necessarily want that. I mean, it's nice. It sounds nice, but I don't know that I'm convinced that I want it. No, they weren't convinced mentally. The lack of mental acknowledgement about their activities. Ace of Wands and the Magician. No. They didn't consciously choose to manifest their energy towards them. Nevertheless, their energy was, because their higher self that wants those things wanted you. They didn't want to acknowledge it up here. And the reason I'm putting so much emphasis on it is because it's literally at the heart of the matter. Two of Swords is at the heart of the matter. There's a Two of Wands in between you in the recent past. Show me that Two of Wands. Show me that Two of Wands, please. Show me that Two of Wands. Show me that Two of Wands. Show me that Two of Wands. No, I'm not seeing it as duality. Not anymore. It's looking like there's par for par, course for course energy here between you and someone else. Show me that Two of Wands, the Tower. Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Oh dear. Time passed. Two of Wands in between you two. Decision was made. Tower, radical shifting of energies. The Ace of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. There is some shake-up energy here about your two's connectivity. A decision was made that changed it powerfully. Something happened that caused whatever this is to come together to be disrupted radically. It was a decision on somebody's part. We had the opportunity to make whatever this connection and or reconnection is so much more than it was. That's a very strong offer. Ace of Pentacles. To put more into it, to put more into the connectivity. And it radically shifted. We had the chance, the choice. Someone here had the choice to kind of give more substance to the connection, and didn't happen. And in so doing, kind of changed things quite a bit. Okay? I'm looking at somebody's decision to put something stronger into that Three of Cups. Okay? To make the connection or reconnection more consistent, stronger, bigger. Ace of Pentacles is tops. Max effort. Because we want max results. Somebody here because of that particular dynamic, someone's failure to choose to make this more than it is, or to put more into it, or put more of themselves into it, radically changed the dynamic. There was a failure to put the thought together that if we give it more, it could mean more. Or rather, the failure to act. And it shifted things quite a bit in that dynamic of how it is you two used to connect. I have a very strong feeling I'm going to see more about that on that Two of Swords. I do know that whatever this connectivity is, while it looks very simple on the surface with that Three of Cups, it actually had, obviously, the opportunity to transform into something so much more. But that wasn't happening. Someone continuously chose to not strengthen it. I see you both giving into it, and they're pulling you in, even if they're not necessarily convinced in their mind that they're doing that. They were. I see you consciously giving to a situation, despite how small it might seem. You just know that it made you feel good. Okay? And then a rather sharp angle got cut into your two's dynamic. And it had to do with the substance of this connection. There was an opportunity to change it. It was not taken. The dynamic changed too. Okay. Okay. Knight of Wands. Two Knights. Two Kings. Two Knights. Decision, indecision, blindness, not blinded. Energy contribution is all coming to play here. Par for course. I just know that the bottom line is yours. Knights of Wands. Your Knights of Wands. Turned on, passionate, energetic, ready to go, right? Ready to put max contribution into this. Excited. Turned on by this person and or situation, you know. Wanting to take your Page of Wands and really get in there with that Knight of Wands. Put more energy into it. In other words, you were telling me you wanted to put more of yourself into it. Alright? You're rocking a big heart space for this person, no matter how it was executed. You were still there, you were still showed up. And as far as I can tell, you wanted to give more. Show me that Knight of Wands, please. Show me that Knight of Wands, please. Show me that Knight of Wands. Show me that Knight of Wands, please. Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. You couldn't keep waiting for your energy to show up for this person where you could move forward on it, so you broke from it. You're showing me not just breakage, but also walking away from it, sidestepped it. I saw something very similar to Capricorn. So, and again, theirs came from a conscientious place, as I can tell yours did too. You're actually pulling up some very similar stuff. Seven of Swords, the Three of Wands, they had that strongly attached to their energy. You were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to kind of release your energy on towards this person, and you were waiting essentially in vain. At some point, you didn't just sidestep it, you completely walked from it, okay? You turned your back towards it. There's really no pretty way to put it in the Seven of Swords energy, but it's not meant to be pretty. It's just what we do sometimes. I have too many doubts. I have too many suspicions about this person, myself, or the situation. I don't think there's going to be any resolution. I've been waiting too long to see evidence, and your energy for this person started to wane. Your enthusiasm waned. Your passion for them waned. You stopped, you lost your interest. Or you just got tired of waiting for your energy to be able to go out and express itself towards this person the way you wanted. You have some very strong fire in you, and there's nothing wrong with that. My point is that when it comes to this person, you started to lose your passion, your enthusiasm, your interest. So you broke from it. It probably wasn't pretty, and it probably happened very quickly. Just completely turned your back on it. But the idea was, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my energy to be allowed to express itself to you, and it never gets to. I'd like to give more. I'd like to take my page to a knight. And I know that you were happy to balance in this way for so long. But there was too much negativity attached to your passion and your excitement for this person. It's too much time involved. Way too much time involved. Where you get to express yourself, where you just lost your passion or your interest for this person. If it never really got to express itself for Scorpio, yeah, there's a good chance that's going to happen. We are very passionate creatures. And I don't just mean sex, guys. I mean the way that says that you are genuinely interested in someone. If you're not allowed to express it or it's not well received, that lovely Knight of Wands energy is only going to carry you so far, right? It's only going to carry you so far. Show me that Two of Swords, please. Show me that Two of Swords. 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 It's a huge emphasis here. By the way, if you're new to tarot, you're just starting to read for yourself, okay, there's a couple of placements you always want to pay attention to at the beginning. That's going to be a key reflection point and dead center reading, the heart of the matter. Your key reflection point of the past is telling me a lot of the decisions you made at present. And the heart of the matter here was confusion. Too much confusion. They've already shown me that. Show me this Two of Swords, please. The Empress, Eight of Wands, Judgment. Well, hang on to your hat. Hold on to your hat. At this time, no, not yet. But at some point, again, we're not decided on this, and whoever this is has not committed to the action. At some point, there will be communication, I believe. Where it's coming in from, I don't know, but it will come in when it's meant to come in. I actually see it headed towards you, but it's not your call. It's theirs. And I say that because the Two of Swords is dead center reading. The person who insisted that I don't necessarily want that. I'm manifesting it really, really strongly. I desire it very, very strongly. But no, I'm not necessarily convinced I actually want that from Scorpio. Maybe I want it from somewhere else. So it's very strong manifestation energy from this person, but it's like here you are, and here's their manifestation efforts. It's like, oh, I'm going to point it here. And then pull it back. Oh, wait, let's try that again. Oh, I'm going to manifest it here. It's like they're deliberately trying to miss you as their object of affection or their object of love. Okay. And when you're right fucking there. And that's what we get with that Two of Swords energy, just insistence of confusion. We take what we want to a headspace, we talk ourselves out of it real quick. They have some very strong, beautiful, phenomenal energy. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. The Magician, that's beautiful, but that Two of Swords is fucking things up. That suggests I don't actually know what I want. And it's like they're playing dart practice with you. They seem to hit everywhere around you except where you are. And it's like, I've been waiting way too long for you to figure out if you want me or not. That's the loose translation. There will come a time, and I do not know when, the person who was most confused and unaware of what they wanted and what they were trying to pull in versus what they received. I see the communication headed towards you, I believe. In due time, judgment. I will try to take a time check on that, but it may or may not apply. Okay? Which is true for all tarot. So for those of you who scream at me, is it Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Yes. No. All of that. None of that. Doesn't matter what your placement is. It doesn't matter how obscure your placement is. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Visa. It's gonna resonate or it's not. That's it. That's all. So don't overthink it. Don't be like that. Don't be that Two of Swords. Don't overthink it. It either is or it isn't. Someone either openly manifests you and they know it and they want you because they have every intention of choosing you once they pull you in, or I really, really want you, but I refuse to acknowledge that. Right? Okay, show me that person's Knight of Swords, please. Knight of Swords, which is strange. Because I feel like this person otherwise has a very strong operation of self. But when it comes to you, it's like, I really, really want that Scorpio, but I refuse to acknowledge it. And that's why it's, I'm sorry, it's them that's under judgment. If they ever figure out what it is that they want, they will come forward in due time. With communication. Okay? That's what I'm saying, honey. That's what I'm saying on this person. Yeah. Strength, they have a lot of pride. The Moon, Pisces energy, Eight of Swords. Man, there's a lot of inadmission on this person's part. They got some willful blindness attached to them. You, interestingly, this is why I'm not assigning it to you. In the future, you're telling me I'm not into that. I like to know where I'm going. I like to know what I'm doing. And I like to see proof for my fucking efforts. Thank you very much. I know how to put myself into shit, and I know how to get results, baby. I know how to balance my shit. I'm not into this. It might take me a while, but I will tackle my thoughts one by fucking one, and then I will make them work for me, because I'm not into blindness. And we all do this. Everybody goes into the Eight of Swords. It's not comfortable. Nobody likes it. It's not fun. It's a little bit, well, a great deal more worse than the Two of Swords. But if we really want to work through our shit, work through our problems, we become a big boy and big girl and we figure it out. We start making decisions. Something's either functioning for you or it's not. Something's either working for you or it's not. And this person, their energy is not working for them right now. And it probably hasn't been for a long time. On paper, on surface, their energy is gorgeous. It really is. It's beautiful. I have a reason to believe this person's very commanding in other areas in their life, but when it comes to you, like, I want that Scorpio and I don't dare admit it. They're pulling them in, they're pulling you in, they pull you in. No, I'm not. I'm not convinced of that. Where's the proof, Christina? The proof that you kept showing up, no matter how small, that was the proof. With a full heart. That was their proof. Until one day I think you stop showing up. Something about the waiting. Too much waiting, too much pain. For this to be more, to show itself more, to be something more. So you sidestepped it, you left it, possibly ghosted. That was somebody's radical decision here. It's like this connectivity had a consequence, and you're trying to own your side of that consequence. Okay. This person, the ability to take action, to speak for thyself, because sword is still communication as well as action. The ability to speak and take actions in one's best interest, we don't know how. Or they insist they don't know how. And a big chunk of that comes from this place of, I have to push that down. It makes me uncomfortable. Their actions and thoughts towards you make them uncomfortable. Their pride gets involved and says, don't think about it, don't think about it. Just shove that shit under the moon. I don't want to think about it. It makes me uncomfortable. I see you trying to own your side of the situation. I see them trying to deny it. They're really not wanting to take responsibility for their thoughts towards you or their feelings towards you. And thus, it stays their hand. And their communication. Everything that they really wanted and felt. Their pride gets wrapped up into this and everything gets shoved down under the moon. I didn't want that. This is active rejection. I never wanted that. I never wanted that. I never wanted any of this. All that started back here. So when I'm telling you the person who is denying their actions the most, their thoughts the most, and their feelings the most is going to have to be the one that ponies it up in the future, and that's assuming they've learned some stuff. There you go. You know? I never wanted that. Yes, they did. And until they understand that, they're not going to make progress. Not just with you, but in other areas where they're like, this is really, really important to me, but I'm going to treat it like it's not. That's going to have its consequence, not just to people, but everything. Life goals, career, you name it. That's what happens. That's the consequence. That's the price you pay for not knowing what you want. You get nothing. Or you get half-assed results. Or it's not what I thought it was. Yeah. Okay. We're jumping back to this one. Show me that Eight of Swords for you. I see you progressively working through the things that make you the most uncomfortable. Good. I want you to poke and prod yourself. Alright? What allowed you to get swept up into this confusion and blindness to begin with? I see why. Because your love and passion was involved, no matter how small. And you wanted more. You didn't get more, and that was made clear to you at some point. That there was the possibility, the hint, or the promise of more in the substance of your connection. And yet there was a radical understanding that would not be achieved, I believe. Something disruptive happened that made you realize this is stupid. Something like that. It's a rough translation. I think it's two parts, to be honest. An opportunity not taken. And that was somebody's choice. Somebody made choices regarding the substance of your connection, how much they were going to contribute to it. And for one reason or another, there was one connectivity period that stood out more to you than all the others. And then that was your tower. And I think you responded to it like such. It was twofold. Show me the Eight of Swords, please. Let's get back to you, shall we? Again, this is supposed to be a general overview, honey, not the love stuff. But you know what? I know you're just like, well, I'm going to stay, you Christina. Nine of Wands. The King of Wands. Yes. Five of Swords, Nine of Wands, King of Wands, the Eight of Swords. That's what you're working through, man. Like double time. You're working through that double time. You've backtracked a little bit too. You have to. You needed to. There's some things you had to learn and you're learning them the hard way. There's times when you are very much angry with yourself, and there are times when you are very much in conflict with your thoughts to begin with. Were they ever in order when it came to this person? Were your intentions ever clear when it came to this person? And you're looking at that, and you're looking at that critically. What were my intentions towards this person? And that's where I'm going to draw you back to your initial placement here. You initially had for this person, no matter how small, to balance with them because it was coming from the best of you. King of Cups. Two of Cups. You love this person. And you weren't able to show much towards it with the Page of Wands. But it was something you conceded to until you no longer did. And now you're looking at yourself. You're looking at your thoughts. Your biggest angst by far is your self-deceptive energy. When it comes to how long did you resist these thoughts? And for some of you, it was a long time. You already showed me the reason why you broke and or snuck away from this, turned your back on it, is because of the waiting element. It proved to be too painful. Always waiting, again, heavy, if you have Capricorn in your chart, check theirs out. Always waiting on permission to expand your energy towards this person, and you never get to. Something like that. And now you're going to question yourself heavily. I told you, like, I can't have this shit. I can't have this shit in my head. I need to get it out. So you start working through it very intensely. The things that you have been actively avoiding, all your thoughts, the repetition of your behaviors, how much of it was self-deceptive, how much of it was self-imposed, how much did you believe your own bullshit? Were they full of shit? Were you full of shit? No, I'm going to point you back to the beginning. I think your intentions were good. I do. You met this person in a space of love, even if it was very small or you weren't able to express it much. But you came blasting at this person with the full heart. You really thought it was fair when you started connecting with this person. And when it came time for energetic expansion, there was a very strong, abrupt lesson in it's never going to expand. I know that now. They made certain decisions to prove that, and you had to make a decision based on that proof or lack of proof. You know, you're not going to be first consideration or first offer or whatever. So you're really having to look at that. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, and as you do, your confidence picks up. As you understand why you approached this connection at all. Why you tried to give it anything at all. It came from a good and honorable place. It's just how it interacted over time. Yeah, that seems like it felt like a fallacy. Yeah. Some of the Eight of Pentacles, please. Eight of Wands, I'm sorry, the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. There it is again. There they are again, I should say. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Well, you're receiving them very coolly, I must say. Very coolly. Cool. You're trying to keep your heart out of it. Right? You already put your heart out on the line for this person once. You're not trying to do it again, right? I see you talking to them, but you're doing it from a very cool place. They seem to want to discuss something that's been weighing on their mind, specifically their energy. Ten of Wands is attached to this person. They're finding it very difficult, quite the strain, to come forward and talk to you about this. I did tell you it would be under their decision. So there's the concept of work and compromise. This person's strained, and they're trying not to show it, and you are receiving their energy very coolly. I understand why. And if they're smart, they will too. I'm not saying it's all on them. You both had a part to play in this. I just Well, I'm just proud of you because you really are trying to own your shit. Your part to play in this situationship. It takes two, right? You chose to give to this situation knowing how small it was, and once you saw it was futile, you had a very strong reaction to it, and you feel like you've been duped for time, or a sucker for time, or you waited for them too long, or, you know, Six of Swords, the Lovers, and King of Swords. Yeah, we're not quite done. I know you made a determination to exit. They're not quite done. They want to have a conversation. What it will look like, how it will take shape, I do not know. They're not quite done. You got some things you want to talk about? Well, so do they. They do find it a strain. But it does come as a strain of, this is my truth. And I've worked very hard on this truth, and it's very hard for me to come forward with this truth. But, by God, I'm still fucking doing it. So, hopefully they have some lessons learned here. It's in that process of you having moved forward. This person still has something on their mind. The Lovers, King of Swords. You showed me Queen of Swords. How you receive this person as you move forward. They're not quite done. They have something on their mind. Okay. What they will say to you, I could not say. I don't know, but that is for them to work out. And they have a lot of internal shit that they need to clean up before they can come forward to you with any sort of determination or thoughts towards you. Show me justice. Honey, this is supposed to be a general overview. I'm not trying to do yours and theirs. And of course, you know, you're the contrarian, so if that's what everyone else is doing, you're not going to do it. Oh, God, no. Well, if that's what everyone else is doing, I'm not doing it. Show me justice, please. Show me justice. Show me justice. Show me justice. Heavy air energy here, particularly Gemini as well as Libra today. A little bit of Leo, Pisces, and some Taurus. What's going on, please? Four of Swords, resting, the Empress, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, they showed me that you're the Empress before. You're going to go into a retreat, that Four of Swords, as we were discussing. You seem to be a little exhausted by this. They've given you a lot to think about. And your reaction to it is kind of mental distress. You're still you. You're still very much intact. You're telling me you got this. Okay, you're very empowered as the Empress here. They've already seen you that way too, by the way. You need to go into a rest phase. They've given you what looks like a lot to think about, and you're trying to digest it. I'd like to know what it is that they've given you so much to think about, because there it is, that's the imperative. So after this conversation, you're going to go into, like I said, one of your retreat phases. It's just our way of working things out when we feel emotionally overwhelmed, honey. I mean, it's... I wish I could explain our process to people in a way that made sense. You know that song, Running Up That Hill, by Kate Bush? Great fucking song. Great song. And I've always kind of felt that was a very scorpionic thing. If we could just switch places, you would see how easy it is to love. You would see how easy it is to live through the heart. What is so damn hard for other people to feel in their hearts is easy for us. We don't understand why other people can't live through their heart the way that we do. You know, I was telling this to another sign. When we're happy, our outer world shows. If we don't love it, then we're not into it. And we just don't understand why other people insist that they don't know what they want or how they feel. And for us, it's like, but it's so simple. Just abide by the laws of your heart. What you love is what is real. And if it's no good for you, and if it hurts you, that's one thing. Then you have to learn to exit. But if it feels right to you, why don't you fucking embrace it? Why is it so hard? If we could switch places, if I could take over your body and take over your heart, you would see how easy it is to love. We don't understand other people who find it so fucking hard. to access that place. So it's like, if we could just switch places with people, we would show them how easy it is to be emotional investors and to just go for what you love and not try to talk yourself out of it and say you never wanted it. It's bullshit. It's a lie, right? And so they're coming forward in a way that suggests they've tried to run up that hill, but they're still not approaching you from a place of feeling. They're showing me practicality, King of Pentacles, sensibility, responsibility, stability. They're showing me King of Swords, rationality. These are my thoughts. I've really thought about it. But what they're not showing me is their fucking heart. And it's been at this whole time. What do you want? What are we doing with this connectivity here? And it did blow up. It did blow up. And it's like all you want to know is, what do you want from this? Because I'm the Empress. I have a lot of worth. I have a lot of value. And you either want in on that or you don't. So what is your feeling? It's like they're throwing everything at you. Trying to be cool, level-headed. This is hard for me to talk about this. So if it's so hard for you to talk about it, then make the most of it. Because you and I are going to have a very limited exchange if you're still not telling me how you feel. You get what I'm saying? So they're showing me all this upper level energy. They're showing me everything except for the one thing that would bring peace to you both. Feelings. And that's one of the things you keep taking with you. Whatever this is, whatever it is that they've told me, this is a kind of intense discussion. I respect that it was hard for them to come forward. I do. But this Scorpio I'm looking at goes into a retreat phase and says, is it worth it though? Because I still feel like I don't know. I still don't feel like this connection between us is correct or balanced. I don't know that anything's changed. If I only could, I'd make a deal with God and I'd get him to swap our places. You'd be running up that road, I'd be running up that hill. No problem. God, don't you just want to take over somebody's heart and be like, do you see how fucking easy this is? Just love. That's what you want. So why do you keep not saying it? That's one of the things this person has to learn. To stop rejecting what they desire so much. That would be step one. I see you processing this information. You go into a place of retreat. It's like, I don't know what to do with this. And I don't even know if I can balance it into my equation or if it makes sense to me. I've done a lot of work to understand my own thoughts and my own participation in this. What's the advice, please? They're telling you everything except the one thing you want to know the most. What are your feelings? Why did you bother connecting with me at all? What was the point? Advice. Advice, please. Advice, please. Advice, please. Speaking of that song, a really good variation of it, my favorite alternative is Placebo's version. Placebo did a killer version of that song, Running Up That Hill. Oh, God. It's one of my favorites. Okay, Three of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Just please know, if they continue to offer you this sense of just starting out, we have a lot of things in common, we can work it out, please know that's adding to your stress. And it's one of the things that was part of your decision making back here under that Two of Wands. I'm seeing that decision reflected in this person once more, that perhaps they are better off as friends, but not one that you can actually participate in or with or collaborate with. It's kind of one of those things where you might have to be in that position once more to just say, energetically, we're friends. In reality, there's not going to be much to show for that so-called friendship. Just please know it's going to feel like that once more. And that tells me that nothing's really changed. I can see they're talking to you, but I don't know why. And I don't know why. They're still telling me they don't know what they want. What they want is love, but it's like they don't dare admit it, say it, express it, feel it. That's why they manifest you. And it's like, I don't want to be in this position again where I have to contemplate a friendship or whatever this is that doesn't go anywhere, you know? And yeah, there is some concern here about interference. Eight of Pentacles. Many of you are working through your stuff right now. While you're in Hanged Man, it seems like you're not going through any emotional activity. You're actually quite busy. What else, please? Seven of Cups, Temperance, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, don't do anything until you know for sure. Don't do anything until you know for sure. And then also, now is not the time. Now's not the time. Now's not the time. By all means, safely explore your feelings and what it is that you're experiencing on the inside. But now is not the time to make any sort of decisions or to come to any sort of conclusions. You're in a process of healing right now. And that whole situation sometimes still overwhelms you. So again, I see your rededicated efforts to kind of put that concentration on you and sort out your thoughts and your participation. It's kind of like, I don't know how they feel, and I have never known how they felt. Time literally made things no clearer for me, and that's a lot of time. Confusion, options in love, what the hell are they feeling? I don't know, and I don't think I'm ever gonna know. Temperance. Time kept proving it to me over and over again that no matter how much we connected or how little we connected, I am no wiser for wear about what the fuck this person was feeling. That's why you did what you did. I told you there was a lot of time built into this. And it's kind of like, if I have to deal with the same shit just a different day, if they keep playing that same record, I don't know what they're trying to compromise with. I don't know what cards they have left to play with you, because the one card they need to play is the one hand they're not showing. So again, it's kind of like, don't put me back in that position of having to contemplate you as a so-called friend. That's not going to work. Or low-level activity with that Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there's stuff there, but it's too low-level. Something like that. Okay. So don't push it. Don't push it. I know you know why. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when, after whatever this conversation is, yes, I will do a time check. When you take it inwards to the Four of Swords and you think about the fairness of everything in the Nine of Swords, if it provokes in you that sense of, okay, fine. Nevertheless, has anything changed? They said their piece. Fine. I said my piece. Fine. But does that mean anything has changed? It's your energy opened up, straightforward, simple, beautiful, easy, to the point. Oh, there they are again. Oh, yeah. They're still very much, yeah, heavy German ancestry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're still very much showing up in your energetic field. They are looking at you. They keep an eye out on you. Or you them, but seeing as how you so heavily disconnected, you know, I don't feel like it's you. The only time you really kind of contemplate them is where you fucked up. But you need to do that. You have to go through that. And I promise you, the more you look at your own actions, motivations, and thoughts, where they started and how they ended up, you will feel better. Okay? We all have to do that. I call it cleaning up. But, yeah, they're looking at you. Gemini energy doesn't have to be. I think I've named everybody up until this point. They're looking at you. It's funny, they perceive you as being happy and doing your own thing, as you should be. They interpreted your energy twice as the Empress. It's like, if you want it so bad, Betty, prove it. Get off your ass and prove it. The Page of Swords is immature. They don't know what to do. So they just sit there and watch. I love her energy. Just sits there and watches. It's like, you're looking at Scorpio so bad. Why don't you do something about it? Ay, ay, ay. And I think that they will, I believe. And again, that seems to be their decision, not yours. They're the one who showed me, I don't know what I want. I want something, but I don't know I necessarily want you. When they allow themselves to clear things up, get out of that fucking moon, get out of that Eight of Swords, get their pride out of it, admit that they had feelings or something cooking and brewing around in there. Only then should they be in the position to move forward, but I still don't see you being any wiser for wear. I don't see you being any wiser for wear. I don't. I just want to do some open flips. Yeah, there came a point when you understood the truth as best you could and you did what you do. And at some point you had to digest a particular truth back here that was sharp, very sharply defined. Okay? And you understood that truth and you did something with it. You acted on it. Okay? Again, all we can do is when we are confused is do our best to find the answer. And so we often have to do it without the other person's input, because if we had the input from them that we needed, we wouldn't have made that decision at all. You understand? So yeah, no, when it comes to this person, you are not working with a so-called full deck of cards. You just know that what it did ultimately hurts you. Yes, there could be some interference here. Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands. It hurt you to put boundaries in place. You didn't want to do it. It took a lot of effort on your part. You're showing me a massive amount of strain. It's interesting, they perceive you as being happy-go-lucky, jolly, free, independent, productive, empowered. The real you hurt a lot with this person and what you felt you had to do about it. They didn't see this part. They didn't see the part where you got all twisted up inside. They didn't see the part where your heart hurt. They didn't see the part where you felt increasingly strained by this connection and what it wasn't doing. And it puts you into a space of what does it even mean? Before you did what you did, they had no idea you went through this. That you were standing up for yourself and your boundaries. That you know that you have a great deal of desire for this person, respect for the soul bond. It's been with you a long time. This is not someone you just met yesterday. This is not some casual occurrence. You knew who they were to you emotionally. You had strong desires, but there was, again, that element of confusion about what they actually mean in the greater extent of the thing. And it was like it would not make itself known. It wouldn't balance. It wouldn't make itself obvious. Why was it in your life? Why were you in their life, etc.? Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, you need to rest and retreat, honey. But it's looking like this is going to be imperative for you. Okay. I see you retreating after your two's little discussion. Okay. Time checks, please. Time checks, please. Critical time checks. For some of you, heavy reference to Gemini season, June, July. Excuse me, Gemini season is May, June, but it could also roll into the summer. Eight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Oh dear. First of all, April might be terribly important. Last August might have been significant. This upcoming August, as in 8 months from now, might be important. You're trying to open your energy back into your star pathway once more. I see you picking up quite a bit now in Aquarius season. In other words, you're coming out of the slumps. Very good. In other words, not feeling great, and your energy is starting to go back into a positive place now as we speak. So this is all immediate, upfront, happening now energy. You are feeling much better. You're putting your energy back into the people, places, things, circumstances that actually warrant your attention. As for this, I think you held on to it as long as you could. You might have even told yourself you had something with this person. But somebody here was always emotionally unavailable to begin with. Okay? They have a little pattern. Someone has a holding on pattern, but doesn't overly invest in their emotions either. And for somebody here, they might be holding on to a relationship that's outside of your two's connection with each other. And that's why they're emotionally unavailable. Somebody's still holding on to something that they say it's important. It's important. They don't do much with it, but they hold on to it, most likely out of habit. Okay. Conversation. Page of Cups. Emperor. Aries season. For some of you, there might be some connectivity around Aries season. For others of you, like I said, not till July. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. Somebody regrets that very thing that was under question back here and kicked off this whole beehive of activity. Somebody made the active decision to not substantiate, not engage more. The other person, and I'm guessing it's you, had a very strong reaction once you saw it. Okay? That same offer of regret, missed opportunity, is still very much tied to this person. Okay? Or you to this situation, mourning it, having to mourn it. You felt, and here's the reason why you ended it again, is because you felt it was the right thing to do. For some of you, that was last Libra season. For others of you, it might have been a couple weeks ago. It's not the point. You felt it was the right thing to do when you understood whatever this was between you was not being taken seriously or was not being made good upon to its fullest potential. I see your reaction to it. It's like I, Scorpio, of sound mind and sound body. I understand I am now terminating this, whatever it is, because I'm waiting for it too long to show up or to reveal itself for what it is. Okay. I think that's about it. Temperance, Nine of Swords, yeah. In time, that Nine of Swords I've been seeing for you, it will reverse itself and you will come out of that mental conflict about this whole situation. Give it patience, give it time. Like I told Capricorn, and I'm telling you, be compassionate, okay, towards yourself first and foremost. And if you need time to yourself to think and reflect, okay, then so be it. Just please know I support your decision. I understand why you did it. And I don't think you're quite done with it. You two, the both of you, energetically speaking, you're strongly connected. I see you're soul bonded. And you told me straight up, you've known this person a long time, and you've always respected the bond between you, and that you deeply desired them for a long time. Again, this was not a casual person. You didn't like, totally met this person down at the bar. No. This is someone you've known a long time. And you deeply desired them for a long time. Hopes, wishes, wants, desires. But it's like their purpose in your life and in each other's lives would never become clear. If you two are meant for each other or not. This is destiny stuff right here. I know you're soul bonded. I know you two have destiny energies towards each other. I know that there was love here. You knew it too. You remember? You opened up operating from a place of love. It didn't matter how small it was. You still showed up with your heart. Okay? Thing is, they wouldn't. They wouldn't admit to themselves that they wanted you. And then everything else after that got fucked repeatedly. And not in a good way. It was not the kind of fucking that you want. This is the kind of thing where we fuck ourselves over. Okay? This is not the good kind of effing, alright? This is us effing ourselves over because we won't admit to ourselves we want it. And thus, the dynamic played out the way it did. Now, I have to tell you, I'm happy to see that they're stepping forward. Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Right now they're in their comfort zone. Okay, but they still contemplate that Ace of Wands with you a great deal. This person has some very heavy earth energy. Extremely heavy earth energy. They like to contemplate you a great deal, but at the same time they find it a strain. They desire it. They won't act on it. They desire it. They won't act on it. They desire it. They won't act on it. What their feelings are towards you, I don't know. I may never know. Neither do they. And that's their self-deception, as I was literally contemplating that very thing. They don't know what their feelings are, and they're never going to know so long as they continue to deceive themselves that they ever wanted you to begin with. The more you say, I didn't want that, and it's being presented to you, you wanted it. But we're rejecting it, you know? They don't know. That's why they're still not presenting feeling towards you in the future, despite this big talk. They don't know what their feelings are. That's where they shoot themselves in the foot. Thus, this chain of events happened. They had opportunity, choice after choice, to make this thing more substantial. They didn't. You eventually shut it down. I just want to know if this person's ever going to fucking realize their feelings for you or the connection between you two. It's like, Jesus, God, ignorance is bliss. They hold you in such high regard. Do you think they'd put those two pieces of knowledge together? And I just see you working, increasing your productivity. Your value has gone through the fucking roof, and you damn well know it. Ace of Swords. You've been working on it forever. And in the meantime, they're over here saying, I still don't know what I feel about Scorpio. Jesus. This is so fucking frustrating. But again, I can't... Yeah, it's going to go... You're going to eventually go into a place of rest. I just see that happening after some sort of communication between you two. I can't push past their confusion. And I cannot push past their inability to be confrontational with their own feelings. I fucking can't. I tried, I fucking tried. And here we go. And I tried and tried until I couldn't... Until I couldn't try anymore. And I'm exhausted with trying to understand your person's feelings. So when I tell you Scorpio is like this, we might be complicated, we might be mysterious, we might be contrarian, but by fuck we know our feelings. Of all the signs in the zodiac, that is literally our power move. I know unequivocally what my feelings are. And it's our catch-22. It creates and induces in us that emotional loyalty that some people don't deserve, but we give it to them because we honor our own feeling despite our own cause. And that's where we cut off our nose to spite our face. Because I have feelings for you, I can at least honor my side, and I will continue to meet with you even if it's very little. That's what we're like. Until one day you got hit with some reality you couldn't reject or deny anymore. It's never gonna change. They don't know what they want, and I'm tired of trying to figure out what... I'm fucking tired for you, trying to understand what your person wants. So when I tell you it's for us, it's like running up that hill. If I could hijack your heart and show you how easy it is just to live your fucking life through your feelings, I would. And this confusion would be gone for you. You would know it's your feelings, accept them, and you would say, bring it the fuck on. I want that Scorpio. Bring him over here. But you can't do that. You can't. I know that they give you something to think about in future, but it still does not answer your question. And guess what? The Empress has unconditional love, but that doesn't mean she's stupid. In order to have unconditional love as the Empress, she has to know that she is in fact love and secured first and foremost. Again, it begins with the self. You cannot give unto others what you do not have. You have a great deal in you. They know that. They want some of it, but they don't know to the capacity or degree. And you still don't know what the fuck they're feeling. So, heads up. When that communication happens, I don't know. I'm seeing references to a couple things. Springish, summerish, somethingish. First of all, I told you this was a general overview. I wasn't trying to do yours and theirs. But then you showed me straight up division, which either suggested to me duality of your nature, but no, it became immediate, almost apparently. This is an outside energy, and you two are actually a lot in common. You are both kings. You both have knights. You both have strong wills of action and intentions, and I believe that this person knows what they're doing, and in almost every other area in their life, except when it comes to you. And ironically, if they knew, if they really saw how much potential you could have in their future, they wouldn't be so fucking wishy-washy, conservative, hesitant, confused. Insistence upon confusion. This doesn't affect me. This doesn't hurt me. I'm not emotionally tied to Scorpio. I never wanted them to begin with. Jesus Christ. You and I were too young. Please take care of yourself. I am becoming a better person. Please take care of yourself. I can see you parting ways from this person, and you might have said something to that extent, or you wish them to take care of themselves. You and I were too young. Now, that's interesting. You're both showing me some level of upper-level activity. I don't know that you're necessarily met when you were young. I'm getting from that you've known each other, Six of Cups, a long time. And perhaps when you first met, neither one of you were in a position to really engage in this thing. But I am becoming a better person. I see you actively doing that. I hide behind material things. Guess who that is? King of Pentacles twice. King of Swords. I hide behind material things, you know, so long as I have my shit. If I have my stuff, I'm happy. That's how that works, right? If I have enough nice, shiny shit, I should feel good. No. Again, it's like if we could just switch places and you could know how big your feelings could be, you would never look back. You don't understand. Those huge feelings, which I know intimidate so many people, for us, easy. We just don't understand why the people don't get it. And I know. I struggle with that too. And if people knew the depth of the heart space and how far it can go with that love energy. All that shiny shit. The material world. The preoccupation with looks. And resume energy, and this is my surface presentation, it would mean nothing. People would that shit wadded up, throw it away. And it's like, I will never look back. I will never not live through my heart again. God, if people only knew. You can break generational patterns. Yes, for some of you have been working very hard to break your patterns, specifically because of this person. I was wrong and I am sorry. I'm afraid to contact you. Yeah, I've seen that. I was wrong and I'm sorry and I'm afraid to contact you. I've seen that. That's why I'm saying they're marked with communication, not you. It is their judgment call, not yours. And I have a reason to believe they will one day. I see them still feeling very bound to the connection, even though they can't understand it or really articulate it. And that's what happens when we reject our feelings. They understand they're connected to you, but they don't understand why. I just don't know if they can ever present feelings to you, honey, so I don't want you to get your hopes up, please. And if you're a Scorpio who's adjusting themselves the way I think you are, you'll know that. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. Yeah, we got some spiritual lessons up in this bitch. I'll tell you that right now. No, I don't. All right, that's enough. That's enough. God dang it. They weren't supposed to be more than an hour. I was doing so well, and then it comes to you. You actually were pretty straightforward. You were actually pretty straightforward. In person weren't. I kept digging. So did you. And then came a point where you stopped digging. When you stop losing your interest for someone in Scorpio, it shows. You stop investigating, you stop digging, you stop trying to pull that energy out of the other person when you realize it's futile or that well cannot be dug. You keep getting hit, you keep hitting bedrock or rock, and it's just like, I can't. I'm trying to generate something between us that's much deeper, and you won't let me go further. I gotta stop my construction efforts. This is stupid. I'm in pain now, and I'm tired and I'm exhausted. Retreat space, please. Do what it is you do. Retreat. I know not everybody understands it. Not everybody has to. You go into your quiet time. You go into your quiet time. That's it. Okay. That's enough. Let me know if this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. The next round of readings will be Celtic Cross and Scorpio. I don't want to see any more. You've been doing lovely. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy to see our collective moving up trajectory-wise as it has been. And I want to focus more on the self. That was the whole point of the general overview. I can see that this person is very much on your mind. You're still very much energetically tied to them. They're not done realizing that, if they ever have. So the next round is Celtic Cross. I want to see you focus on you. You tell me what's up. I don't tell you what's up. You tell me what's up. That's how tarot works. I don't dictate your energy. Your energy dictates tarot. That's how it works. So don't watch tarot tuning in for the week hoping you're going to get some really excited news and you can actually be happy this week. Wrong. You should already have stuff to look forward to already. And if that's true, if you're learning, it will show. If you're healing, it will show. If you're experiencing some serious shit, it's going to show. If you're showing me growth and expansion and sincerity of self, that's going to show too. All right? So in your next reading, Celtic Cross, I want you to show me the focus on yourself, how you're moving forward. You're showing me fantastic reasoning skills. I'm not saying it was easy. I'm saying it was quite painful for you. And you probably exited it in a way that you probably aren't very comfortable with. Okay? That's there too. I don't think you like the way you exited with this situation, but I also understand and see why that you did. And that's one of the things you're working on back here. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Okay. I want to see more of you working on you, going through goals, that kind of thing. Yes, love is a goal, but it's not the only goal, yeah? I don't know. We're deep feelers, emotional loyalists. Ace of Cups is our master symbol. I get it. But I want that love. If you're an Empress, put that into you too. As you are. I just want you to continue to do this. That's enough. Put in the comments as you see fit, honey. Take care. Be well.